welcome back for another episode of Our Journeys. And yes, I am wearing the exact same thing as I was the other day, but totally a different day. No, this is actually just a continuation. I'm just breaking these videos up now to make it a little bit easier for me to provide, more or less daily content when things are still in transition. Now I'm trying to figure stuff out. So this is a fresh new batch of games. And so, well, in reality, this is essentially a back-to-back game with Eye of the Restless Storm, coming off of a hard loss. I just kind of got whittled down at the end, but... Hello, folks! Welcome back for another episode of Our Journeys. And yes, I am wearing the same shirt that I wore on the last episode, and that's because this is actually a continuation of the same day. I just figured I'd go ahead and try to get two sessions done today. I will go ahead and answer. We see Chef coming down.
Greetings.
All right, so the Bloody Hand Chef got taken out by the Mournhold Trader and Slivka? Swanvika? I don't know how to pronounce that, but the Forgotten Hero has now played the Murkwater Shaman, and it's going to be who can curse who. Murkwater versus Murkwater. Looks to me, it's more like Hunchback Notre Dame meets, I don't know, some really ugly goblin thing. What does that remind you of? There's something, that face. I've seen that face somewhere before. I don't know. It's not. I was thinking at first maybe the goofy dude from the Labyrinth, but that's not him. Huh. Yoda. Is it Yoda? That is Yoda and Quasimodo. That's what Murkwater Shaman is. The Altar Murkwater Shaman, Yoda, and Quasimodo. I can't do the voice because I've never actually seen that movie. But combine them together and you get Murkwater Shaman. I don't think he's even got a hunchback. I think that's just, he's got a wolf draped over his shoulder, so it makes him look hunchbacky. I don't care though, I'm going with it. So it is a Battle of the Curses. New season, new decks. Eye of the Restless Storm. Gonna try some new stuff here. And always fun to see, educational for you as well as for me when you see somebody like, at Eye of the Restless Storm's caliber there. Okay, interesting. A goblin deck that doesn't go face. What peculiar thing is this? Now, of course, Breton Conjurer, you need a way to trigger him. You cannot play him naked. With all these curses flying, there's no way in heck he survives.
The light of the three.
Had he not been cursed, the ward would have been a great way to get rid of Slivka's, the Forgotten Heroes defenses there. But like I was saying earlier, just alluding earlier, I'm breaking these up a little bit. Like there are now 12 people playing. Oh, and there's the card that A. Ross argues should be nerfed. And I'm not inclined to disagree, or I'm inclined to agree. I don't think there's any other card that, oh no, there is. Is it the Spriggans? There's some kind of Spriggan that I think does a 2+2 on all animals. But I feel like that, I mean, they're animals for crying out loud. They kind of need that kind of loving. I don't know. So we do know that I is traveling, obviously made some great progress here, already in the Atronach, level 2, rank 2. Making a push. I mean, interesting to see Gavo's getting out aggroed here, particularly by Assassin. That's just something I would not have anticipated. That Mournhold Trader just putting in the time over there in that lane. But I think we are going to see Slivka just go ahead and curse that down. Put a guard up there against the... No, he's going to... Oh, he has 4 of them. So he's just going to curse the heck out of that whole lane. He might have been holding off. I think he was probably holding off for Sheer Point. And he's realizing Sheer Point's not going to come to his rescue. And that he has a pretty good board at this point. Okay, Fork Bolt is going to be awesome. If things stand as they are now, that is the perfect trade. If the 5/5 does not get cursed, the Forgotten Hero is going to have to trade both of his cards in to get rid of that 5/5. That's like the worst kind of trade there is. Okay, nope. Spoke too soon. Oh, not spoke too soon, but oh! Was he going to go face? What is he going to do with it? He is not going to go face. He's going to take damage off the board. 10, 16. He is dead next turn, unfortunately. I mean, the thing is, yeah. That's going to be another... Looks like it's going to go down ugly.
Care to make a friendly wager?
Well played, Eye of the Storm. Like you said, new season, new deck. He's trying new stuff. Obviously, he's made a pretty good climb here, but he's not trying just the same old stuff. And the Forgotten Hero, able to make his Reluctant Gobos turn the corner at the end. We're joining Kfluffy.npo running a monk deck. This is an arena, and I am calling that right now. And look at this. So Kfluffy, for those of you who don't know, I mean he's a darn good player in pretty much every metric. However, in arena in particular, he is amazing. And if you want, there is on the Discord, I can't remember the name now, Boethia. There was an amazing versus arena player, probably the best at the time, that did a very comprehensive breakdown of how to draft a successful deck. And Kfluffy, I think, used that, has referenced it, but then also has created his own list that you can find on the Discord. I'll put that description and link below. In the Discord, he pretty much I'm guessing said many of the similar things, so I think there's some universal truths there as to what's effective and what isn't. But wow. And for a second I thought the game was just over. Jeez Louise, that's too many consonants together. CTS? Shimmy! I'm guessing the C and T are silent, so it is shimmy.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Getting a nice trade there with shimmy, but yeah, just looking to close it out. But anyway, very good. But anyway, so if you like what you see here and you're like, I want to be able to kick butt and be at rank 1 on day 7, like Kfluffy of NPO and Friends, you can find his guide. I think it's actually the channel in the Discord is just called Kfluffy's Guide. But as you can see, he is, I wouldn't say stalling out, and Lydia's going to be a very clutch play here. So bear in mind, we didn't get to see his drafting choices, but... Ooh! The card was in his hand and I wasn't even paying attention to it. Well done! We join Bananaschwob in a dire moment here. We're in the gauntlet for this week, which is the Skyrim, Heroes of Skyrim gauntlet. So all core decks and all Heroes of Skyrim decks are able to be played here. Chewbacca is not really going to be an issue here at the moment, as Bananaschwob has diddly squat in actions to play. And I'm guessing Luzferus is wanting to... interesting. Okay. So I'm guessing we're going to see Blood Dragon take out Chewbacca, as he is the biggest threat at the moment, leaving the 4-3 on the board. We can play both his Navigators to contest the 4-3. It looks like... Oh, and there's a whiff there. Look at that art! Like, you see what I mean? It's very rare you can see the whole thing. How is that perspective? Like, does that head look like it belongs on those shoulders? It looks like the head... It looks like there's a guy standing in front of a headless guy. Like, there's the shoulder and the collar of a guy who's standing really close to the camera, and then there's some guy standing off to the side whose head that is. It's just amazing because you look at how good the art is otherwise. Like, I mean, the head is good art. The doohickey that he's holding is good art. Everything is good art, but the proportions are just way off. And Luzferus not allowing Bananaschwob a moment's peace, a moment to rest. So you can do Rapid Shot or Clan Captain to take him out, but you still got that 5-4. There's no guard and no respite for Bananaschwob here.
Orcs at the ready.
So Rapid Shot, and I'm guessing Wardcrafter? Okay, fine. Wardcrafter and then Rapid Shot. But yeah, Luzferus is going to be top decking here for the next few turns. Oh, what am I thinking? Duh, forgot about the big old Blood Dragon. Much better than what I was thinking. Okay, doesn't even use the rapid shot.
Careful.
And Banana, again, just completely... Wow! I've got to finish my thoughts in between, or, at the start of each game so that to help the transitions earlier. What I was going to say is, it's impressive to get a concede from somebody when you don't have Drain on the board. He's at 9 health. I guess his opponent knew, the last game, Banana's opponent knew that he didn't have any Drain or anything like that, or that he didn't have any charge creatures. I mean, because he had Banana down to 9.
Did you hear that?
Banana had 30 points to take off, and his opponent was just like, I don't want none of that. So, it's impressive. I've conceded, and I've seen concessions when the opponent's able to drop Drain on the board, and you go, okay, they're going to be. I have no answer for that. They're just going to be able to get their life back up, and the game's pretty much over. But if you can get a concession out of somebody when you don't even have that on the board, they just know I'm up against Bananaschwob. There's no way I'm going to pull this off. And holy cow, this is the third. Well, okay, last session, same day, but for you, complete different sessions. Seeing a lot of this fella here. The Grizzly Gourmet is just all over the place. And we will go ahead and give Adventure a quick hello once he...
Scrumptious.
Alright, so Broom of Profiteer just snacked on the heart-shaped pastry. And the Grizzly Gourmet just hit. And so Adventure we are seeing here is playing... usually we see Slay in... almost exclusively in, at this point, Ebonheart, but he is actually running it in Scout. So this is not your mama's Scout deck. Oof. That's a lot of resources to lose in one play. Tilch, 76.
I bark and bird. This is interesting.
Unicorn, great card if it can be paired off with whatever the Necromancer is going to spit out here. Not really anything great there. I do like using the Unicorn, but you usually have to find a way to beef up the Unicorn. Ooh, and Tilch is going to get some Wild's Incarnate value. Again, cannot imagine Wild's being able to run very fast or well with horns like that. They're essentially sails that would stop him he'd be going like 2 miles an hour. Just the slowest amble in the world. So we'll see if Adventure can...
I want to be an assassin, like Mel.
Can do some good against this Dominion deck there. Oh! Yep. And I was just about to say, I was just thinking, usually if a deck is running Vicious Draw, it's the epitome of hypocrisy because they are themselves a support deck. That's almost always the way it is. Adventure saying it's not his A today, no, and that's a sentiment I can understand. He is going to get some value right off of that. That is the dream matchup right there. Tilch not taking out that Unicorn, pay the price for that. But yeah, it's almost always if a deck that doesn't usually have support removal like Dominion, if you see a Vicious Draw, usually it means that they're themselves running supports and they don't want the other player to have supports. Like I said, it's this very bizarre type of hypocrisy. I mean, it's not true hypocrisy. I'm not saying that seriously. Oh, hypocrites. But it's the people that typically have. Oh, look at Palace Prowler's going to get some value too. I don't know why Tilch is not taking out the Unicorn.
Succumb to me.
And that's the thing. The Unicorn is fine, but and that's the difficulty in Scout. There's really no way. I mean, you can buff it with some items, some neutral items, but in order to get full efficiency, now he is going to get. He's going to be able to play another Venom Tongue, and get some more ramp. So he's going to be able to ramp to the heavens. He just doesn't have anything to play at the moment. But in order to really get maximum efficiency out of the Unicorn, usually most players, this is not a bust on Till, but the Unicorn, it can be dangerous. As we've seen already, it's allowed Adventure to drain twice or to ramp twice. Yeah, you just don't want to leave it alive, but you also want to try to buff it up if you can. So I'm guessing this is a what do you call it? the support that summons doggos, it's essentially a drain for benefit, drain for life type deck where you want to using Ring of Namira and the supports that spit out the dogs to say, okay, every time you drain, every time you gain health, these are the benefits you get. I'm guessing that's what Till is running. Ooh. Oh, Cicero is going to be clutch in that shadow lane. Oof. Does he have any guards? I mean, he's got breakthrough. He could bring back a giant bat, but that's still going to leave a 3-3 over there. So he's dead on board right now, essentially. That unicorn is just in the... Well, it's not in the wrong lane. It's just Till has played too much stuff into the shadow lane. He has no... All he's got is a giant bat that he could bring back. Now it will... That'll leave his opponent with 12. He'll have 13. So unless Till is running Bruma, defensive Bruma, which could very well be the case, if Till has no...
Rise, my servant.
I'm guessing it's going to be Giant Bat. I don't know what else. Yeah. Creepy Giant Bat. Much less cute, as Brave might say. Really? Oh! Actually, not a bad call by Adventure there. You see what he did. He essentially said, look, it's going to be 3 points of damage whether I kill it or not. At least this way, I'm doing damage to my opponent and forcing the opponent to trade. He's not able to just go face. That was a nice heads-up play by Adventure. Well done. That's great thinking. And I think his opponent had lethal. Didn't he? That's 15. Okay, maybe I misread it.
Your match, Lackwit.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot that will keep this one out.
Yeah, leaving that unicorn alive. Oh, I thought he might take out the 6-1. May have been hoping he was going to get 7, 11. Still alive. Still alive. Whew. Yeah. Tilch keeps the pressure coming on. And yeah, Adventure has lost this one. It happens. Happened to the best of us. And also me. Alright, Adventure. Thank you for playing, though. Appreciate it. And hey, he's running something different. I mean, but we're seeing Altar in a deck that typically you wouldn't see Altars in. It's Slay without the heart of the Ebon Heart. I just assume heart would be like the red part.
The victory is yours.
Rejoining Kfluffy. Again, playing an arena. I'm trying to get, whenever I can, I'd like to get as many arena games in because I don't really give them enough, a lot of screen time. Because honestly, not a lot of people play them, myself included, because they do cost resources in order to play. You have to be awash in tickets and have lots of premiums and everything already. Because I hold on to my tickets because I'm waiting for those once in a lifetime or they happen very rarely. Oof, that's gonna get silenced, I'm guessing. Ooh, silence your guard. What are the odds he's got a lane change, though? Seems pretty good, I would imagine.
Don't come even one step closer.
Okay, he's gonna allow his... Okay, so neither one. Again, watch, people. This is great. When I try to call or predict what somebody that I'm watching is doing, it's good because when I see them do something that is totally not what I would have done, it automatically triggers to go, okay, live and learn. Okay, how is this not a constructed? I've seen this movement nonsense shenanigan 1,000,001 times. How in the world do you get that kind of draw opportunity? All right, so he's not going to let the little critter pilfer. The only thing you can hope is that Talowski did not get all the movement cards, the zero cost moving shadows and bewildering speed and all that kind of stuff. That's really what enables those movement decks to pick up. But still, seeing Dune Ripper and Kitty with Ponytail, in the same deck is just, it's a little weird. Like, wow, wait a minute. This is definitely Arena, right? Yeah, it's Arena. Top.
Rimmon will be free.
No, Rimmon will cost you. Alright, so Kfluffy, an enigmatic message, he said top. But I'm not sure what that means exactly. Oh! Maybe Talowski is one of the better players, perhaps, is what he was indicating?
Stay behind me.
Ooh! Just what the doctor ordered against a Dune Ripper that needs to pilfer in order to change lanes and do damage to something else. This is probably the best counter I've seen to... But bear in mind, folks, the reason why Dune Ripper is so bad, or is so devastating, is because it's paired with a ton of movement cards, which it looks like Talowski, as this is not a constructed deck, does not have access to, or did not have access to, at least in the... to the degree that it would have normally. That's what makes movement decks so dangerous. Oh, Top of Snake. This is a new deck. Wait, what was the rest of that? And not as strong as the last. Okay. It's okay, Fluffy, trying to make his arena climb.
My brilliance.
And hey, it really, I mean, it seems that fates conspire, but really, I think it's a situation, or it's a matter of fates conspiring, but also just solid playing. When you have situations like that, where it's like, I mean, I've played this Hatchery Meddler in so many decks, and very rarely does it allow, like, for that kind of ideal trade to happen.
Whatever you want, if the coin is good.
Does he get... No, he just gets bigger, he doesn't get the guard. Whew. It's okay, Fluffy, with no real answer for the giant 7/5 that's on the board. And I think he's correctly identifying that if he's going to have a chance to win, he just has to hope Talowski cannot. So in other words, he's putting that pressure on. If you don't win this turn, there's a chance that I can. So either you're going to trade with me, or you're going to win this turn. Otherwise, I've got this. And does he, in fact, he has 11. Yeah, he's got it. Easy. Oh, now he definitely has it. But does Talowski have a charge creature? He's got one. Does he have another one? A Swift Strike on the Snake. A fresh game with Manic-Jack, who gives a hail friend to Putin Cocotte, who does not return the greeting. For shame, sir, for shame. I know there has been some recent discussion. I think I saw it in the Discord where somebody was saying, that they actually had somebody, or no, it was actually comments on the channel.
Of course I'm on your side.
Ooh, the Mornhold Trader. You are not on their side. Putin is going to betray you. Is it really Putin? I mean, I know Putin is just a name. I mean, obviously there's a name, but it's like Hitler or Adolf, I guess. There are plenty of Adolfs. Well, there had been up until... I'm not sure how many people have actually named their son Adolf after 1942. And I'm wondering how many, but I'm guessing Putin. I wonder how, common of a name that is. Obviously, this player chose the name Putin, but could have chose it, 10 years ago. Or whatever. When is it? No, 2017? I think the game was out in the public in 20, and maybe a Shrieking Harpy here to hold him down. Yep.
Watch yourself now.
Oh, Manic-Jack is gonna get a ton, unless Cocotte, the non-greeter. But yeah, getting back to that train of thought, people have said, they got, oh my gosh, just with a ton of, is it going to be enough to say in the Mornhold Trader? It will not. Manic has 4. Putin has 3. The math is in his favor. Although we... Rapid shot, there we go. Boink. And she trades. And yeah, we might see a concession here because Manic-Jack has a heck of a board. Even with whatever this prophecy is. Gonna do, Unless he can do something to take out the 2-1 so he can trade with the 4-5, Putin is in a pretty rough spot at the moment. Nope. Okay. He's in a rough spot at the moment. Just kidding. Another Viper. Hey, we just saw that in Kfluffy's game. That's all I have to say about that. Not Kfluffy, but just the Swift Strike on a freaking Viper. Oh my gosh. You know what? I feel like, obviously, the last game, you know, I was down in the mouth a bit at my first game back, my first game on the ladder, and just getting, you know, soundly thrashed. But I think it's important to watch. That's one of the reasons I like to watch these games, is because when I see players like Manic-Jack, who I know is a high-level player, and your Kfluffies, and I mean, just most of the folks that I watch play, I happily have friends who are very good at this game. You know, seeing them, it just reminds me, hey, those games happen to everybody. It just sucks if you only play one game and you lose it, you don't. Like, I actually played the other day. I played a game that I realized in the middle of it. Oh, I mean, yeah, Manic-Jack just really putting the screws into Putin here. Who just third? Is that the third one? I think that's the third one. Yep, that is their third recruit. Granted, it's a two attribute deck, so you're a little more likely to draw those kinds of things. Now Putin not playing that to put it in a.
Watch yourself now.
Oh, excuse me. What do you call that? Rage, unstoppable rage, because he doesn't have anything in hand, so he doesn't know what he's going to have. He's probably hoping to draw it, but Manic-Jack wisely. Ooh. Well, at most right now, even if he had unstoppable rage, he'd be able to hit for 18. That's the best he could do. And Manic has lethal in that other lane. But, what was I saying? Oh, people were talking about, like, getting greeted. Like, that people actually would reach out, friend them, and then get on their case about greeting them. So here's the thing. I don't greet somebody, as you all might have seen, I don't typically greet somebody until after they've played their first card, because I don't want them to think that I'm pressuring them or being like, hey, are you going to play? You know, especially if they're taking a few minutes to sort themselves out for whatever reason. So there we go. Manic-Jack finishing it out in strong form. Marxist for life.
The hist shall heal you.
I'm always excited to find his game. Just in general, I like watching him play, but also because, as I've said many, many times, I know we've got a lot of Control fans on the channel, and Mark is, I don't know if he's uniquely or solely Control. I think I've seen him play some other stuff, but that's kind of his bread and butter, is Control. Empire, Redoran, I think he's dabbled in Telvanni.
Citizen.
So, looks like we're coming at the beginning of what could very well be, I mean, with what we're seeing here, I'm sure Venny is got the Shout Dragon, or the Dragon Summon thing, probably running New Era, all those things. Mark sitting on Myriad. The amount of times I've lost a game because I put down my clincher, my closer, and Myriad yoinks him out of my hands. That's why I actually made a card that was a anti-Myriad. Like, you can mark one card in your hand that Myriad cannot touch. I call it the Miracle, or Miracle, C-U-L-L, but it's a play on words. Is it Miracle? Miracle? Anyway, I think there needs to be a card like that. Myriad is, I think, one of the only cards, other than Hallowed Death Priest. Hallowed Death Priest, there should be one as well. In some of these decks, there should be, I think, maybe in a neutral color so that all decks can partake of this, but I think there should be, there's no other card that I can think of that has an effect. Well, I guess there's actually a lot, but I think cards like Myriad and that. Hey, there we go, Call Dragon. I am prophetic. I have been given the gift of prophecy, and of course it's Parthenax, the worst dragon ever. Tiny D is better than Parthenax. Parthenax is just a cumbersome, loathsome, lumbering turd muffin that makes games go way longer than they should. So Mark is definitely up against it here, but it's a little early. That's a problem with Call Dragon. What makes it so broken when you play word walls and stuff with it is you can get a 9/9 on board. Myriad is 5 turns away from being able to trigger. So Parthenax is going to be, the game's going to be over, or Parthenax is going to be dead and buried before Myriad can come on and yoink him. Which, I mean, obviously, depending on perspective, is a good thing. Anyway, I got to circle back. I was started with a train of thought, and I've gone off on 50 different tangents here. What am I looking at? Mark is just whittling away this guy's life. He doesn't need myriad. He doesn't need any of that kind of stuff. He's got, well, okay, he's got a prophecy here, but stand watch, giving it to Marak, or not to Marak, to Parthenax. She knows a shortcut around Parthenax, and we do know there's an edict there. So if Veni is gonna put too much trust in the 9/9 Parthenax, he will find himself gravely disappointed. Another call. Wow. And there's the game. There's the game. I mean, Marak is going to be huge, but unless Veni just stalls out, I have played recently somewhat cards that are players that turtle up so much that they turtle themselves into a loss because they refuse to attack and close out the game when they could have. Doesn't look like that's going to be Veni's issue though. He's looking to put the game away next turn, and he will be able to. And yeah, I mean that's just the problem. I guess we missed. Veni did some ramping, a little bit of ramping, I'm guessing. Okay, left Parthenax alone, or Odoving alone.
Succumb to me.
We thought he might take Odoving. At least has one more damage on there, but maybe he's worried about. Well, no, yeah, maybe he's worried about Odoving being resummoned or reincarnated. I don't think I'm pretty sure Marak does not trigger summon effects. Oh no! Scar? No, he's gonna give him Redoran? Does have enough magic to play it, so it's gonna put him.
If I fall.
Well, no, it does not. Gonna choose not to play that instead. Okay. I mean, Veni does have lethal next turn. Doesn't need to break a rune here. Looks like he's. I don't know why he would.
No, for sure.
Interesting.
I'll try to draw their fire.
I mean, it's too soon to say he punted it away at this point, but we got a cast on a time for Odoving. He's got 9, and we've got a piercing javelin for. That's 3. Oh, he has exact lethal. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's now going to be 3 off. Should not have pushed. He's going to take that out. He's got 6 in the field lane. Oh, no, he can't use javelin. He doesn't have enough magic for javelin. Holy cow, those call dragons just throw your concept of time off so bad. Sorry, Mark. All right, been trying to get Beast of Burden 86 in the mix here. I've been cycling through. Finally, have caught him in a game where it is not more than halfway over or the winner does not seem to be predetermined. Definitely up against it with Panda Magic 1s. I wouldn't call it somewhat aggressive, but could definitely pivot into the aggressive tribunal list. And Beast of Burden, not a whole lot. Got a little bit of an armory in his hand there, but if you take the weapons out, he's got an Ice Storm and a Zumong Foom. And yeah.
You've upset me.
Ooh, Territory of Viper is a big deal. Super big deal. Very difficult to overstate just how much of a big deal it is. He's going to punch face. I think he will. He does not. Proves me wrong. Like I said, it's always good because once I state this is what I think is going to happen, that means that's where my brain was, and now I can see how other players perceive the same situation. And I think in this case he's going to try to starve Panda Magic out of cards.
I'll try to draw their fire.
Not a bad Ice Storm here. Not a great one. Probably is waiting for one more card is what I'm thinking. Zumog Foom, I'm wondering. He draws a miniature, a 1/1 version of whatever's on the board right now. So I don't know if a 1/1 card would be worth anything. A 1/1 4/3. You know, taking 3 damage off the board. Wardcrafter maybe. Definitely would be better options. I just don't. Aside from trying to run the Cliff Racer into the 4/5. Which is just a kamikaze mission to take the ward off. I don't know what else
I command death itself.
And I wonder if that's the voice actor who does Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. It sounds like it might be him. I can't remember his name. He's in a lot of stuff. Like, he's just... There are some people that are just staples in the voiceover industry. They just... You hear the voice in a lot of things. Would not be surprised. Oh, and that's the one he chose! Hey, look at that! Serendipitously! Look at that. Didn't see that coming, eh? Nice, Beast of Burden. Nice. There's a nice little turn of events there. Panda's like, what the... Oh, nuts.
You must be cleansed.
Oh, well, there you go. Now, the only good thing is, well... And it's a 1-1. You give her a dagger. Oh, yes. Dagger, Ice Storm. Here we go. Make it happen. Watch it happen. Here we go. Not Alpha V Conjure. It's going to be the Ice Storm. Well... He still has 3 cards in his hand. Maybe he's waiting. But what are the odds that they all could be wiped out with a 3 cost? Maybe he's holding on to it for... Nope, nope. I think we're going to see it here. Ice Storm! Bam! Shadowfen's all by himself. You must be... Oh, I'm so unpopular. Nobody wants to be around me. And that's another card. I wonder if this is the same guy who did the Navigator. Because you see, like, the top half... Ooh, he's going to get some value from his... Wilds Incarnate. But like the top half seems like it doesn't belong on the bottom half. The bottom half looks very small. I don't know. Headless Zombie. What could that bring back if he was so inclined?
Khajiit will keep you safe.
I got a lot of great options there. But I think at the moment, I'm just happy to have... No, I think we'll see Headless Zombie in the field lane, but he's got a lot of options to pick. Emmerich, maybe? Forget I said that. Headless Zombie, why would he get played now? That's just stupid. That's crazy talk.
Beware my power.
Ooh. You know what? Panda has enough health. I don't know that they're going to bring back the Salami. Usually that is if Lyneth and Tribunal... Usually Lyneth comes down in time to bring back the Salami and allows Tribunal to stabilize by putting a giant amount of drain on something like a Wilds Incarnate. But Panda's in a bit of a situation, probably doesn't know exactly what to do because his life total is pretty good right now.
You can.
So we'll wait and see.
I smell the stench
That wasn't
of
it.
the living.
Ooh, Hannibal Traven. Or Traven. Quoth the Traven nevermore. Unfortunately, no actions to play at the moment. So might see Headless and Cliff Racer. That's the best use of the Magicka, but that really doesn't get him anywhere, per se. Oh, there we go. I was wondering where did the 2 cards come from. Remember, Thaden was in this lane. He marked the lane. Let us not use our imaginations to try to sort out exactly how he did that. But he marked the lane, and so now, oh no, don't do Alduin, don't do Alduin, don't do Alduin, please don't do Alduin, don't do Alduin, don't do it, don't do it. It's so tired. It's so tired. It's such a tired play. Don't do it. I don't think I could bear it. I've been gone for 2 weeks and I still remember. Okay. He's combing. He's actually, I think, looking for a useful card that he could bring back that'll help him win the game, not just, destroy the board, big card. Okay, there we go. There we go. Lots of Abners.
I have no patience.
I'm guessing they're coming down for Lyneth. He says he's going to try to protect her. Oh, nice combo there from Panda. Nice combo. Piercing Twilight could get rid of the rest of them, though. What else? Oh, does he not... Are they not in his discard? I guess they're not. Lava Atronach. Well, Mighty Conjuring. It's a tough call. Wilds Incarnate. Okay. No more card draw for you. Probably Oof. This is a slope that I feel like Beast is just kind of sliding down right now.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Not even going to be able to get a trade there.
I've
For
noticed that
Panda just with too much. That's really Tribunal's only one of the biggest weaknesses as a control deck is their typical.
Never give ground.
Oh my gosh, was Beast running a? I think he's running a Singleton. Had to be running a Singleton. You wouldn't run Mushroom Tower otherwise. So I think the goal was to have Hannibal on board
Cleanse the dark stain of necromancy from Tamriel.
with like Siege, which could still happen, and Mushroom Tower, and it could change things. But I think Pandemic
hardly a challenge.
Panda Magic has
They'll never get the
lethal
best of
here.
us.
And does. Alright, GG beats Burn 86. That was rough. Okay, this one we may keep. I'm not really entirely sure. As you can see, Mark. Oh, this is a rematch. It looks like against Slivica, the Forgotten Hero, or maybe not a rematch for Mark's or for Mark. I can't remember who the Forgotten Hero played last time. Oh, it wasn't Mark. It was somebody else because he's playing the Goblin Curse thing where he just was able to pivot and... Oh, who was it against? Adventure? I don't remember. Sorry. I think it was this video. But yeah, I was like, why is he not attacking with his Gobos? And then he had two skirmishers come down, use a bunch of curses, and just kind of just pivoted. And now just looking to make that pivot as well. But Mark actually not looking too bad. I'm not sure if we're going to see the edicts.
Rise, my servant.
Channeler, perhaps, for some life gain. General Tullius for some guards.
Awaiting your
I
command.
live to serve.
Would have been awesome with a Broom of Profiteer on the board, but right now that's kind of put him in good stead against everything but a Tazcad. And as it does so, yeah, the Forgotten Hero is crafty. He knows.
Glory will live on forever.
But unfortunately, he is up against a seasoned control player who knows when to hold him, knows when to fold him, and knows when to just wait a little while. And I think Mark is going to wait a few plays later. Let's see. 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 19. I think he'll probably hit the Forgotten Hero enough, get him down to 20, so he can turn it on next play. He's going to get the cards there. Got to draw Divine Fervor. Yeah, so.
Spirit of the sky, guide us.
Boom. First Room Prophecy, never a great sign. Might cause Mark to back off and not push all the way down to 20. Nope. Undaunted, Mark pushes on. Really just going in on it. Doesn't need to push this far, but he's going, I don't want you to have anything left. He might.
You won't escape.
I was going to say, he might replace a 2-2 just so that if the Forgotten Hero does play
Nobody breaks the law.
something with breakthrough like Tazcad, which is really, I think, the only threat at
I
this
bow
point.
to your victory.
And Mark is able to pull off a win. Good job, sir. Alrighty, excellent. This is going to be a great match to end the game on. I had actually done a Forager Follies video that was not worth darn, like I didn't play it well. It was horrible. It was the worst thing ever. And so I was like, okay, well, this is a crappy way to send things out.
Of the living.
But it is, fortunately, Eye of the Restless Storm has saved me, and now we're actually going to see a deck that is worth a darn play, and hopefully see pull a victory out here against Bergroth, who is dwelling in the tower, Eye of the Restless Storm, in the Thief. No doubt, by the end of today, probably going to be residing in the halls of the legends, as per usual. top 10 card back, you know getting into Legends is just like a walk in the park as long as you've got the time.
Wrong place.
Although right there, as we see the Wardcrafter as that pivotal turn 2 card,
Friend.
able to transform the board. Not as bad. Not as bad. I think if Bergroth had a Mammoth and the 2/3 on board, Restless Storm would be in a little bit of a more difficult shape, but also has sitting on a Piercing Javelin for anything big. Thinking of you. Oh, that's probably an Earthbone target more so than a Javelin target. Don't want to burn the Ring Charge and a Javelin just for somebody like that, but definitely is going to bone it. I said bone it. Sorry, that's inappropriate. But it's true, though. I mean, he just crafted it. Ward crafted that because it's a Wardcraft card.
Watch yourself now.
No! Wow. I have the Restless Storm doing what so many folks have done, making me look very foolish and leaving the 2/3. Oof. Is going to pay for that bit of aggression, though, and is going to wipe out. He does get one trigger off, though. So that means all items are now going to be coming down with a nice 1+1/+1/+1 buff. And that's all it takes. And there's that Mammoth we were talking about. That might eat a Javelin. Or he could just rapid shot it. Or he could play something else.
The light of the three.
Yeah. This would be an indicator to you how badly the Forager thing went. And I didn't show it because it lost. It just was not a good game. It wasn't like I've shown you some Forager games where I lost or whatever. This was just stupid. This was just I'm just going to throw cards on the board somewhere and only after go, oh, that was really, really dumb. Why did I put it in that lane and not this one? So it's not that I don't mind seeing you see losses. I just want you to see good games or well-fought games, not games that are just absolutely ridiculous. Doink. Save that Javelin for a much bigger target. And Bergroth has all his runes, but is starting to run a little bit short on cards. Eye of the Restless Storm has a little bit of a better board presence at the moment. Bergroth has to decide, do I want to keep pushing pure aggro, or am I going to take that too? Okay, once again, another huge Wardcrafter, allowing for another transition, but a very timely Cradle Crush. And actually, oh no, see, there's that little bit, gives it the one, it could have rapid shotted and Cradle Crush to wipe that lane out as it is now. It's going to take a little bit more to get that job done, and
I fight with the fervor of the wild hunt.
All right, he's holding on to the Cradle Crush too.
Speak, citizen.
I feel like the weatherman right now. I've been calling for snow and sleet like every single game, and every turn has been sunshine and rainbows. So, or vice versa, however you want to think of it. My predictions have been way off. I think once or twice somebody's actually done something that I thought they would do. Everything else has just been a complete whiff. Guild's One Apprentice. Nice coupling there with a rapid shot to clear out the Mammoth without having to use Cradle Crush on it.
By the fires of oblivion.
Ooh, that is your Grizzly Gourmet target for the evening. Nom 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 nom. And I was going to say, if he didn't use that, then I would have just thrown my hands in the air, waved them like I just didn't care, and walked out of the booth. Probably do that anyway. Alright, facing off against the Sweet Roll. Unless Bergroth can equip it with some giant beefed up weapon, Eye of the Restless Storm has what he needs in order to pivot. Because until that's the Alt-Art treasure map, which is pretty cool. And was wondering when we were going to see the big Slave Boy come down. And I think we're going to see him go back into hand, courtesy of our Belly G. So I recommend eating that Sweet Roll, get that off the board. But I can't be right today, can I? I can't be right about anything. Ever again. No. 2, I mean, there's really no great way. You could rapid snap. Yeah. Now, remember, bear in mind, when I say, when you hear my predictions, and they don't go as planned, especially when you're watching somebody like ioftherestlessstorm, you're seeing the difference between top 10 play thinking mentalities and can't get out of rank 5 mentalities. So don't for a minute think, oh, I can't believe he made that play. Think, oh, there goes Schwaaard calling it like a dunderhead again.
The North.
Now, just keep in mind, this little fellow over here is getting beefed up, and that ice storm at any point could give him the at this point 3 health and 3 damage. I think it does that, right? Yep, deals damage. So that's a 6-point swing right now. It'll heal I for 3 and hit Bergroth for 3.
Your blood will spill.
Wow. Feels like he has like 1,000 elephants, or mammoths, but I know he doesn't have that many. So
There's a play. There's always a play.
Doink. And I would say I is gonna close this one out, and we're just seeing how playing, like, I don't know, you have to study the games like this and go, okay, why did he choose? Because, you know, this is what I would have done, but obviously we see what the outcome is, and it's much better when it's not done the way that I think it would be done. I don't think we're in position to win at the moment if we play the way I expected
I
it.
have many important things on my mind.
All right, he's got 8, 9, 10. He's got lethal with Ice Storm. He's got lethal. Boink. 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 Ice Storm.
Well fought.
Whoosha! And is gonna hit for 4. Exact lethal. And I think that's going to be a perfect note to end this video on. A great game, well played, well executed, and a spot-on lethal from Eye of the Restless Storm. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to those of you who have put your prowess on display. And until next time, keep playing.